Hello everyone, and welcome to our continued Let's Play of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Needix abound.
Yes. Yes.
Prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Garner at Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I'd like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
First, we would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Not sure why, but okay.
Because it's Detective Gumshoe.
Detective, if you would like to briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I explained it with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. Actors did a run of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. I can't seem to keep a consistent voice for Mr. Gumshoe.
But I lost my voice for that edge voice, actually. I know it was totally different, but I can't do it right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have trouble doing voices this part. I'll probably do it like next part. Past the security gate. There's a gate. See, wait, what? Yes. Past that out of the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant.
She's a killer.
Show man, such a twist. She might be. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard studio. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. Like, I have to wonder about this also. Did they make, like, I guess they made a specific spear for the show, because in the pictures they show, I'm like, it looks like a spear.
Yeah, but maybe that's a body spear. Not sure why samurai would be using a spear.
You know, I'm not sure. You would assume he'd just have the samurai sword. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again?
Yes.
We should.
Maybe you make a mistake the second time around. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine. Once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Yeah. Live it up while you can, Gumshoe.
I guess let's click through it and see if anything. Okay, the same stuff. But hey, yeah. You don't know. He could have made a mistake.
Yeah, he could have made an error. That's the kind of thing he'd normally do. Would make a mistake in his next testimony. The samurai spear. No, thanks. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. The samurai spear added to the court record.
Your Honor, This case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand.
So why did you call Gumshoe to the stand? He just explained to us what we already knew.
Maybe he want to make sure that everyone, like, all the other people knew.
I guess.
Like the judge and whatnot.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
With a witness, they clear her name.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
Her name is, I want to know if she actually says her name is Oldbag.
I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please. He does not like this one.
I think so. Oh dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Does not make you other attractive. Your name, please, sir, woman, whatever you are.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. and then she goes on to another rant, and she's like, man, Edgeworth is so hot, I want to bang him.
Objection! I object to the witness talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
In this case, it's easy. Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, he was. I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. He sure is one hell of an old bag.
The douche.
Indeed. This is account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 p.m. Now the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there. He was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So time to start pressing her bitch. This bitch, right?
You already know the stuff, but yeah.
Hold it!
You already know where to do that.
Oh, right. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be could go in.
Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Hold it! A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and we're to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 p.m. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
When did he go there? Like 5 hours early?
Yeah, that's a good question. What was he doing there? Masturbating for like 5 hours. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing? Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get the afternoon?
Hold it! What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question! Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate! Didn't I? I did my job! Not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up a guard duty.
Not a bad idea. Doesn't she already have a job?
Yeah, seriously, she's our crappy assistant.
Yep.
Hold it! Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
Hold it! So you were watching the whole time? No breaks, not even a second? Of course! I am a professional, you know!
That face is so creepy.
It's so creepy. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts the guard station yesterday. I can watch a gate and eat donuts at the same time! Whippersnapper!
I can't wait till that character is gone. Whippersnapper?
She got it backwards, actually.
Snipper Wrapper? Lloyd Windback is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Hold it! How did you know that? Oh ho ho! I have my ways! That overdressed young detective over there told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Oh.
Or Detective Gumshoe getting chewed out by a security guard. I feel really bad for Detective Gumshoe so far this chapter. I was just hating on him.
For good reason.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Hold it! 2? You're sure? Sure as spit! Well, who was the man? Really? You should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. Hold it! So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said! Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again! It was him! Okay, let's see. Here it is, the photo, yes?
Yes.
Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since this morning that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
Yeah. I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play that role, the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that! I wasn't born yesterday!
That's for sure.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. I'm having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. Indeed. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the old witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should all be ashamed! All of you! Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Oh, he's smiling at his son.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture! You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day! That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
I don't want to hear this woman squeal.
I don't either. That sounds horrifying. The man in the photo. Let's do this. Let's have lung cancer for America.
I'm glad this is your voice, not mine.
Indeed. Hold it. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I said is on straight and... Okay, and then I fucking told you about it.
Mr. White, please, for our sake, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. Hold it! Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. there was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing.
But there was one more.
Yes. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then? Hold it! Trip and fall? Yes! To think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. Sapare sprained his ankle. And I helped make it better for him, of course.
Why is the woman in the picture background if she wasn't there?
I don't know. It's weird. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt!
For all you got AIDS.
Indeed. He probably got AIDS for that kiss. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
Hold it! He broke a prop? Sure did! His own samurai spear! A samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it!
Yes, we can totally still use that in the show.
Yeah.
Duct tape the samurai spear.
That's totally not going to be suspicious. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this in the court record. Samurai spear updating the court record. Hold it! Mr. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. That's the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that this person in a Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Yet. Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have yet to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer.
Why is the judge so smart?
I know, the judge is suddenly getting smarter. It's a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Have to consider that that's a possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice! But this is account continued. Okay, I think this would be a good part to end, and we'll be back soon.
Yep.
So thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.
Take care.